Well, hello everybody on YouTube, it's Wingnut, and welcome back to my channel. So of course I'm usually, as usual, I am a week late to the party, in some cases a week and a half. I guess I'm going to talk about the whole YouTube demonetizing small channels. It doesn't meet the 4,000 hours of view count or 1,000 subscribers, which surprise surprise, I'm one of those channels. Yeah, so I saw a video by Shadetree surgeon that talked about 3 easy steps to get to 1,000 subscribers and how he did it, and it's the God's honest truth with it is you got to have good content. There's a lot of subjects I don't feel comfortable talking about because my job in the military, and there's a lot of things about the military I can't talk about, and there's a lot of things about politics I can't talk about because it will reflect in my at my work. And you would like to think that someone in the military can sit and have a say in whatever they want, but really we can't, especially if what you want to say has something to do with our chain of command or something of the like. Or policies or DOD practices. We just don't have that outlet that the normal American has, and because of that there's just some subjects I don't feel comfortable broaching, and there's some subjects that I really want to talk to you as my subscribers and as the viewers of YouTube, and I want to go over with you. I'd love to discuss with you, but it's out of my wheelhouse because it may affect my military career, and that's the long and short of it. Aside from that, I'm a little bummed because of demonetization, because I think I had earned, like, over the last couple months, like 6 months or so that I've been monetized, I think I've earned 18 bucks. So that's a tank of premium here on the Rocket, so I guess I won't be getting that tank of premium, but it is what it is, so I know there's a lot of people who they rely on that money from the monetization. They're jumping ship, going to different platforms, or using Patreon, which ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You do you. Me personally, I did the monetization thing just to see if the AdSense would add up to be, it quite literally a tank of gas. I just wanted to see if it would happen, and it added up to a tank of gas. So you can kind of say that in the grand scheme of things, from my channel being monetized, I not only met my goal, I exceeded it by a whopping $6. So hey, good on me. Past that, it is what it is. I'm not losing sleep over it. I will admit that when I got that email at 11:30 at night, I was a little bummed, but man, I'm over it now. And yeah. So now that that's over with, let's talk about personal responsibility. Yeah, that's something that's been kind of eating at me here lately. So in the military, you have a command structure. I mean, it's very, very rigid. It's very structured. You should know who your chain of command is, all the way up to the commander-in-chief. Just saying. But for the chain of command to work, people have to take personal responsibility for their own tasking and their own actions. And here lately, I've run across several examples where it didn't quite work out that well, where a sailor didn't do what they were supposed to, and when they were caught not doing what they were supposed to do, they lied. And I mean, they lied and they lied and they lied, and then as it went along, the more people that got involved, the more people that were lying about their involvement. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, stop, motherfucker, stop. Oh, thank God. The guy behind me started slowing down. I don't know what the fuck's going on in here, but it's awful loud and it's awful busy. All right. Anyways, back to the story. So, you know, the group of sailors, they all have a part to play. They all have a little bit of blame for the incident. And basically what it boiled down to, some things went down and some stuff was messed with that weren't supposed to be messed with. And I really cannot get into the specifics with it. And then all the sailors involved, a handful of them are telling the truth, and the rest of them, they're either not saying anything or they're blowing smoke. Now, because of that, we now have a trust issue, and not just with those sailors, but also with everybody doing that kind of work. So it's pretty much the entire department is having to re-verify all of our work for the last 7-8 months, and it's a huge amount of work. Now, that's what our boss wants. That's what the my department head wants, and we're gonna do it because, you know, as ordered. This guy's got a flat tire. That's what's up. His tire blew. Damn. There's a sailor with a blown tire. Damn. Yeah, they gotta get out of this tunnel, man. He's gonna fuck that rim up, but they gotta get out of this tunnel. Oh, man. That sucks. Been there before. So, needless to say, because people didn't want to take personal responsibility for their own actions, because they knew it would be painful in a couple of senses of the word. Now the pain is spread, and because there's a trust issue with the work we've done for the last 7 months, there's also now a trust in leadership's actions, because we have re-verified this stuff before because of a similar set of incidences, and this stuff's popping up again. So it's one of those things where, because a handful of sailors didn't want to take personal responsibility several times for completing tasks or being honest when something wasn't right with a task, we now have this perceived culture of negligence, which sucks. You know, I don't think anybody that works for me is doing anything like this. You know, and then when I verified our stuff, I did find a few mistakes, and these are mistakes that could have been easily corrected pretty quick, but they didn't, and they should have been corrected a while back, and they didn't get corrected. So what does that mean? Well, that means somehow or another we slipped into this culture of just getting it done instead of taking our time, pumping the brakes, doing the job right. It's just, let's get it done, let's get it done, let's get it done. We want to go home. And because of that, and because of, you know, us as leadership rewarding, holy fuck, man, what's wrong with you, dude? Because of this, and because leadership rewarded, you know, getting the work done instead of getting the work done right, because, you know, we get what we inspect, not what we expect, as the saying goes. We as leadership in the department failed to follow up on some stuff, and because of it, we're in the situation we're in, where we're now re-verifying everything. And it's not the sailors re-verifying it all, it's the chiefs and officers doing it. And then after we verify it all, then we have to take them and show them how to verify it all, line item by line item. So that means that's, in my case, 300-400 line items, you know, that I've got to personally teach how to verify to 22 sailors. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's not that bad, because I have a small division. But for other divisions, it's going to be horrible because they're huge. So, you know, it's personal responsibility. We have other sailors now that are in a world of trouble because they chose to gun deck maintenance because they didn't want to take the, I think it was like 18 minutes to do the maintenance check. They just showed up, kind of looked around, went back, signed paperwork. And then because of that sailor's going to go to mast. And it's about personal responsibility. I'm not saying the kid was right. What I'm saying is, the kid was wrong. But it's taking the personal responsibility. So what if your work inconveniences you getting out of work early? I mean, we're salary. We don't get paid by the hours. We get paid by the job. And if our job ain't done, if our tasking ain't complete, we stay until it gets done. That's just the way it is. That's the military. Well, in this case, they didn't. And then when the sailor went to be debriefed about the incident so we could find out some information, to get some facts, the sailor chose to have a very disrespectful attitude with the chain of command at the fact that he was even being questioned about the gun decking. And I could get, like, if he hadn't done anything at all, he could feel wronged by being questioned, but you don't pop an attitude with your entire chain of command and be disrespectful for people who've gone to bat for you in the past because they just, hey man, we just want to know what's going on. And the minute you get like uber defensive and you want to start raising hell, that's when people are going to find out that you were pretty much done wrong. I mean, it just, the body posture, everything just speaks volumes. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So hey, you know what? Take some personal responsibility for your own actions. Be surprised at how well it does for you. Because everybody who's hemming and hawing now, instead of taking responsibility for the stuff that they've done, when it all comes out in the wash, it's just going to look worse. Because if generally in the military, if you mess up and no one gets killed or no one gets seriously hurt or injured, usually if you own your mistake, I say usually because each command's different, you take some punishment and that's the end of it. No one holds it against you. You requalify if you got to requalify. You redo the work if you got to redo the work. You do whatever you got to do. You grow. You learn from it. You move on. But if you don't own that stuff and you blow smoke and you do everything you can to weasel out of it, and you just try to blame other people for your actions or blame environmentals for your actions, your choices, I mean, it's not going to look good at all. It's not going to look good at all. And you're going to pay the piper. It is what it is. So hey, doing that personal responsibility jazz, right? Owning your mistakes, owning your actions. That doesn't just go for the military. That goes for home life, civilian life, for your work, your stuff at work. Taking personal responsibility. Recently, at one last incident. So recently, I had tasked somebody with doing something. All they had to do was do what I told them to do. We were good. They didn't do it, and then I said, all right, you need to get this done by this day. And this is something that I owed. It's something that I owed to my to my upper chain of command, and I was relying on this person to get it done. And then they were going to do their cut on it. I was going to take my cut on it, and then it gets passed up, and then chain of command gets their cut on it, and out it goes. And And the guy, he failed to do what he needed to do, and I was really trusting. And then I had to sit there and listen to my boss look me in the eyes and go, "That's some sad shit." So in the long story short, because I was really trusting, and because I didn't have a questioning attitude about what was going on, because all the red flags were there that it wasn't getting done, I chose to give somebody more rope than I should have, and it impacted, my reputation. It impacted the sailor's reputation that was doing the work for me. And I say for me, it's that he had tasking that something that needed to get done, and then I'm responsible for all the work in the shop, so it's all my work. It's just whether or not I'm doing it. And because it went down the way it went down, I had to look my boss in the eye and say, "Hey, look, it's late, and it's late because I didn't do my job." Now, somebody else was tasked with it, but it was somebody that I'm responsible for, so that's my problem. I can't blame the other guy. I let him take too long on that job. So, that's what I mean by personal responsibility. Sometimes you just gotta own it. Hey everybody, it's Wingnut. I'm out of here. I got a nice long day or afternoon of washing the salt off my car. And I might even wash the motorcycle too. But hey, it's Wingnut. Like, dislike, subscribe. It's on you. Have a good one.